Good morning, it's Econ Rebel, back again. It is a lovely Wednesday morning, a little bit cold outside. So let's get into it. Let's have a look what the market's done overnight. A little bit earlier than normal. We're nearly 8 o'clock this morning. Let's get in and have a quick look at the market. So let's round up the top 10. So Bitcoin 6,736, Ethereum $533. Ripple, 54 cents. Bitcoin Cash, $896. EOS, $10.83. Litecoin, $98.48. Stellar, 23 cents. Cardano, 16 cents. IOTA, $1.17. And rounding out top 10 will be Tron, 4 cents. So at the moment we've got not really too much gains on Bitcoin. We're seeing 3% on ETH up this morning. That is good. And the biggest one then is, after that will be Tron at 7%. Nice little move there. So at the moment we've got Bitcoin dominance at 39%, 24-hour volume at 9.57 billion, and total market cap 290 billion. All right, so that's pretty good. At least we're not seeing any drops at the moment, so that's a good sign. All right, so what we're going to do this morning, we're just going to cover, I had a look at some news articles, which I'll bring up now. There's a couple of news pieces, and then I want to do, I want to let you know about this cool feature, which cool thing that's happening today. It's actually the last day to participate, so I thought I'd talk to you about that as well. So I had a look at the news. There wasn't too much that really caught my attention. There was, I'll just try and find the article here. Now, if you guys have got any news that's important to you, just drop it in the comments below. That would be great. Always looking for, this is always looking for news. This is the couple of articles that I wanted to talk about. So there was two articles. One was the Circle CEO says fiat will be digitized, and also John McAfee will no longer be promoting ICOs. Wow. There you go. That's how much worse what happens when the SEC says stop and desist from doing that. Obviously doesn't want to go to jail. So let's have a look at this one, this Circle CEO. We'll have a quick look. So Circle's basically, I think it only came out in the last 12 months. I think I remember seeing it. It hasn't been very long that Circle came out. Now, so Jeremy, actually, when was it? So they started the venture in 2013. I didn't actually really see it till last year, but basically allows people to send funds to each other at little or no cost, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing about this is what he's talking about is they're trying to come up with like a stable coin for USD. Now, this is nothing new. There's actually already other stable coins out there. But that's what they plan to do. Do that there. Now, some of the coins that they have aren't stable. So things like these things that really aren't stable coins. You would say like, for example, a lot of people think that Tether is a stable coin, and it's not really. Tether's, well, Tether, there's no evidence to suggest that it's like a stable coin. And I might do another day. I'll go through what is a stable coin. There's actually a few articles I'm reading at the moment about stable coins, why they matter, a little bit of information about how they work and why they're important. So Circle CEO, they're basically saying that a lot of the main currencies throughout the world are going to be switching to a crypto base, and the first one they're working on is USD. And it's true, because this is why Tether's, if we have a look at the money flow, we'll just digress for a second. If we look at the money flow, you'll see how much money is going, where that money flow is going. So we'll let's have a quick look at this one here. Just wait for that to load. Okay. So this is the money flow in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin, 1.66 billion. This is from USD to Bitcoin. Japanese yen, 1.55. Now the third biggest one is Tether. So like this 580 million just to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there's a lot of this going on, and this is because people are holding. This is pegged to the dollar, US dollar, right? But it's not a stable coin. It just is said to be pegged to the dollar coin. So that's fine while this continues. But what it's really saying is people want to hold their value against the US dollar, but not necessarily in the US dollar. This allows them to trade other things. This is why Tether is so big. But because Tether is so big, there's a lot of other stable coins that are actually really, really like better job of doing what they say they're meant to do, because there's really no transparency with Tether. Whereas other ones like DAI, the one I'll be talking about later, this one here from MakerDAO, they've got one called DAI, and also there's a couple of others as well. So these currencies are going to be more and more important in the future, because volatility is for people. People understand it when they want to trade it and make money. But if you're just a normal consumer, and if you've got $10 cash in your pocket and you want to buy something and you go to buy it, and it says $10 on the shelf, and you go to buy it and you find out you've only got $9.50 and you don't have enough to buy it. As a consumer, that annoys them, okay, and to the point where they don't use that as cash. And this is the problem. This is part of the problem with Bitcoin and all crypto. Like, most of it is volatile. It changes price. So it's like, well, this is all part of it. And this is why these stable coins play an important part in that. So I'll get to a little bit more of that later. The other one was McAfee. So I'll just see if I can find it. I haven't actually seen his account. I was trying to find a post about this. I think I saw it yesterday briefly. I'll just do a search for McAfee, because he said that he was no longer doing McAfee, if I can spell it right. There it is, John McAfee. Yeah, basically he was saying he was no longer promoting any ICOs. Now, he's been doing like promotions for ICOs and other coins as well for some time, and it's known that he gets money to promote them, and hey, that's fine, because everyone, including influencers, get paid to talk about things. Not everyone does it for money. Some people offer that. He's obviously got a lot of people that follow him, and so let's have a look where he's. See if his statements here. I don't know. Sometimes they have dodgy accounts. This is an example of a dodgy account, John McAfee. Let me just find his actual real account. And this is just brings up another point. You got to be. I think that is his account. I'll just check my following. Just got to be super careful when you're on YouTube or any social media, Twitter, that who you're actually following is the actual person you're following. That's the most important thing. And if there's any doubt, we just check again. So I'm just going to go through, because I've already added him. I will just make sure we find him again. Yeah, so in the comments, so if you have any thoughts about McAfee and him not promoting ICOs, I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think. I don't necessarily think it's good or bad. It's just if he's not promoting it, someone else will be. And ultimately, the idea of the SEC, and this is any government organisation that is out there to control markets and regulate things. They basically want regulation, and essentially whoever's members who have the most to gain, they win. So if he doesn't promote it, when they finally do have the regulation, they'll have their own companies that exist in the space that promote it will be, and here we go. I think it's this one here, the official. This is the one. We'll click on that one. Yeah. So what will happen is, ICOs may be something that available in the future for proper like when they get regulated. But the truth is that only the people that are in that industry already are going to be able to promote it, legally or whatever. So this is what happens. Regulation comes in because people don't like competition. Really, that's what it comes down to, and they want to control their own, all the customers and people coming into that space. They just want to take the funds. Now, you could argue that the regulation is a good thing, sure, but also along comes with regulation. There's always companies that always benefit from that immensely. It's like a monopoly. So let's find his tweet. Here we go here. So, due to SEC threats, I'm no longer working with ICOs, nor am I recommending them. And those doing ICOs can all look forward to arrest. It is unjust, but it is reality. I'm writing an article on the equivalent alternative to ICOs, which the SEC cannot touch. Please have patience. And this sort of stuff's going to go on all the time. So obviously they've told him no uncertain terms to stop it, and that's what he's doing. So just be aware of that. I thought I'd let you know about that one. So the other thing I'd like to talk about this morning is, I think we're on the last day of Publica. Now, Publica is, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically books. You've got normal books, right, where you can you've bought books on, for example, on Amazon, okay, or you buy books in the shops. Well, these ones are basically like crowdfunded books. So what happens is, someone says, hey, I'm going to write this book, and they're going to talk about whatever. In this particular case, it's they're going on a backpacker trip for Europe, and it's going to cost $10,000. Well, the hard copy's $10,000 for this. So it's sort of like crowdfunding, and what will happen is people will buy these books, and this is the very first, what they call ICO. They might change the name later, but I feel it's more like crowdfunding than ICO. And but the good thing about it is that each book is a certain amount of tokens, okay? And in this case, I think the book is about $10 US. So that means there's only going to be 1,000 copies. Now, I think it closes. Today's the it's going to close very shortly within today. I believe it's 20th of June. And but I'm going to participate in this book ICO. Because this is the first one of its type, and this guy, is a travel expert, and he has done many books before. All right, and essentially, this is the story of what it's going to be: $10 per book token. And the way it works is you actually use a little app that you can download on your phone, like iOS or Android, and essentially, once you participate in this, when the book is released, you'll have access to that book, and you can gift it to someone else. That means you'll be transferring your book to someone else, or you can just read it for yourself. So the good thing about this system is that it sort of protects the authors, and it's very fair. And as far as the monetary side of it, you get to keep a lot of the profits, as opposed to the traditional publishing model, and also Amazon's model as well. So this is really good. We're going to try and participate in this now. So to do this, you will need to have the PBL tokens, which is the Pebble tokens. And I'll just see if Pebble is actually on my list here. We'll just go back here and have a quick look. And also you'll need the MetaMask extension. So we'll just have a quick search for PBL. Waiting for that to load. Alright, so let's search for PBL. Publica. Let's have a quick look. Now this was an ICO I got into a while back, and they're basically getting to the point now where they're releasing, as I said, today's the last day of the actual first book that they've put out, which is fantastic. So they've taken it's taken a little while for it to get to this stage where they've actually released it, but they have got a product and they've got a platform that they're releasing it to, which is exciting. So currently you're looking at 11, nearly 12 cents for Publica PBL. Okay, market cap of 2 million. So that sort of gives you the breakdown. So let's go through the process. Let's see how easy it is. So I haven't done this before, so we'll see how it goes. You can see how it's $10, which is 82 PBL. And I've actually already purchased PBL, so I'm going to use that to buy this first book. So let's click on buy. So then it says you'll buy one book costing this. You'll need 2 transactions of MetaMask extension. You need to approve it and buy it. So let's give it a go. We'll go through the purchase exercise. And then you'll get a pop-up window. I'll check that first. It's MetaMask notification. We'll have a quick look. See if that's okay. Show you that. So that's your standard MetaMask notification, showing your account that you're sending it from to this account. Then you get to choose, the gas limit and the gas price. So with the gas price, obviously, if you put a higher gas price in, the actual fee is going to be a little higher. But you want to make it so that the transaction happens 40 GUI would be like a standard gas price at the moment you'd put in. Gas limit 68,000, that's fine. So let's try to do that. So let's do submit and see what happens. Excellent. So this is a good thing. So it says approve transaction hash and then the buy transaction hash. Waiting. Let's see what the next notification is. Let's put the gas price in. 40. I'm not sure if I'm doubling up on this, but we'll give it a go. We'll just submit. So one looks like an approval transaction hash, and then the buy transaction. Okay, so both now I've displayed. It says use Publica app to see the token. Alright, that's cool. So what I might do is I will follow up. I don't actually have my phone here at the moment to show you to log into that Publica. Actually I might do. Just give me 2 seconds. We'll leave that up on the screen. And I might just see what else we got here. I'll just run this video while I'll run a nice little video while I'm going to go find my phone. Just give me a second. No, can't see that video there. That's okay. What I might do is I'll come back and I'll show you what the actual book looks like in the app itself. So we'll do that a little bit later, but I just thought I'd share that with you because this is the last day. So yay, I've participated in the first book on Publica, which is pretty exciting. It's been a little while since that's been available, so pretty excited about that. Alright, so I think that about covers it. If you guys haven't got any questions for me, I'll jump off now and all good. So the oh yeah, that's right. I was going to mention just briefly. I've been working on some course material, a video course I'm doing, Crypto Getting Started Guide. So you guys that are sort of new or don't know too much about the crypto space, I've put together the basics of what you need to know, and basically the mistakes you don't want to be making. Okay, you want to be doing the correct things. Otherwise, it'll be costly for you. So I'll put together some free training. If you go to actually, I'll put a link below, but you can go to ecomrebel.com and you can click here to start, and you'll go through. It's in pre-launch at the moment, so just put in your email address. And once you put in your email address, I'll send you a quick email letting you receive that, and you will need. You'll just need to confirm your email to say that you are interested, and then as soon as that comes out, I'll be notifying you. And it's actually a free course for people who initially sign up. Okay, and this is what the page will look like. You just put your email in here and click the sign up button. So if you're interested in learning more, you can check that out. If you have any questions, comment below. So I'd like to know if you've got any views on McAfee about his not doing the ICOs anymore. That'll be interesting. I'd like to get your feedback on that. And also, if you've got any thoughts about stable coins, if you know about them, or if you want to know a little bit more about them and why they're important, that would be good. And what do you think about Circle, about them saying that they want to create a USD-backed coin, so essentially want to create a stable coin, and that they're saying that most fiat currencies are going to be like that. So yeah, I'd love to get your feedback on all that. That would be great. And until then, I will talk to you later. Bye.